Because I swear, if I record a whole thing and that thing is just a jingling in the microphone, I'm gonna be pissed. Welcome to the Unapologetic She, a space for you, a space for me, which means this is a space for us. Listen, y'all, I'm really excited because we are growing like slowly but surely, and I'm here for it. So don't forget to tell your friends to come over to my channel, subscribe, watch my videos, press the like button, do all of that fun stuff because we are still having a giveaway when I reach 200 subscribers. So let your people know, get in on this giveaway. But we all know 2020 is about to come to an end. I'm so excited because I hated this year. I have nothing good to say about this year. Well, there are a few good things that happened this year, but this year overall has been pretty, Unacceptable! 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 This year has been hard for us all in different ways. And there are some things that I want to address before I go into 2021. You know, I'm not a new year, new me person, but I kind of want to be because 2020 just made me, gave me so much anxiety. But there was a blog that I wrote about setting boundaries and the importance of setting boundaries, even if it's uncomfortable. So I wrote this blog a couple of months ago, probably close to the start of the pandemic and when things started to really pick up. And there was a lot of things going on in my personal life, things that I'll probably never disclose, but it was hard for me. And what I found that I was doing a lot was I was stretching myself between friend groups, between church, between home, and it was just getting to the point where I'm like, listen, if I don't get myself together now, if I don't do something to help this problem, I'm going to scream, I'm gonna go off. And I knew that I was getting to that place because I was irritable all the time, everything was getting on my nerves. I didn't really wanna be social, I didn't wanna talk to anybody. And honestly, I'm sure I could have responded to a lot of things better, but I could tell that there was something that I needed to do for myself so that I could just get through the rest of the year. I decided to take a step back from everything and everybody, and I chose to do it in a way that just worked for me. So I decided to get off my phone and stop, communicating through text messages or phone calls, which kind of looked bad, I'm sure, but I decided to, take a moment to just spend at home. Like, I've been on the run all my life. If you know me at any point, I like to be here, there, everywhere. And, quarantine has kind of caused me to be here and plant myself here. And I've decided to just do things that make me happy. Just things like making sure I'm still going to the gym all the time, eating foods that make me feel really good, reading things that make me feel good, listening to music. Like, I forgot how much I loved music and, things like that to put me in the zone, but I set boundaries. Now, people don't always agree with the boundaries you set. People are not always going to be happy with the way that you carry yourself. But the thing about it is a lot of people don't know a lot of things that, happen to you personally. And I think from the outside looking in, if you're not the one setting the boundaries, you have to understand, like, people have this whole life outside of like this piece of life that you know about. So it's very important for you not to get offended if someone's just like, hey, I need a moment, or hey, can we talk about this later? Or I'm not in the mental capacity to deal with this. And then if you're from the, if you're on the inside looking out and you're the person who needs to set the boundaries, set the boundary and keep it.
Chance to resign. Excuse me. Sorry, you need a better deal. Let me tell you something.
Find yourself somebody that you can talk to about why this is happening, why this is going on, why you want to set that boundary. Find someone that gets it. Now, I am extremely, extremely lucky. The pandemic has taught me about community, and it's taught me to really invest in my relationships outside of my marriage. And I am blessed to have people around me that hold me accountable with those boundaries. My sister will tell me all the time, like, Shauna, get yourself together. I have people who help me help myself. And I'm just here to tell you, before you go into 2021, set your intentions now. Make sure people know like what you're gonna say no to and what you're gonna say yes to. Make sure that people understand that what you say is law. It's not one of those things where you're playing around about your boundary, you're playing around about who you need in your space, who you want in your space. Make sure people understand because of your actions that you're serious about having this line, this this space for you to get yourself together, because at the end of the day, it's really hard out here. You know, I'm a teacher, and teaching every day, all day, being on screens, talking to people, troubleshooting, going back and forth with adults, like that's a lot. And that has caused me to have just these moments of, okay, y'all, I need to take a step back. And none of my people have been offended. Well, I think there are some people in my life that have felt like, what's wrong with her? But the people in my immediate circle understand. Like, get you some people that know, all right, so-and-so needs to make sure, I need to check in with so-and-so maybe every month to make sure they're not back into this destructive pattern. I need to check in with so-and-so to make sure, you know, they're eating what they're supposed to be eating. They're doing well for their body. And that seems really cliche. And it seems like one of those things that you steal off of one of those, you know, inspirational posts on Instagram. But I mean that. Ever since I decided to take my life in my own hands, not necessarily meaning I control any of it, because I know God does. But once I decided to start really feeling like, okay, Shauna, you are the only person that can get you completely together. Okay, no one else can do it for you. You can't talk to so-and-so. You can't go to church and fix it. You can't, you know, look to all of these different things. Like, you need to deal with you. And once I did that, guys, long story short, and I say this every time, it's a very long story. Do what you need to do to help yourself. Do what you need to do to make sure that every day that you get up, every day that God has given you another chance to, you know, do what you love to do, go to your job, work out, eat well, make sure you take that into consideration. Appreciate those things, like small victories, even keeping your boundaries, keeping yourself accountable, like that stuff matters. And it does not matter what people think about it. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, you have to live with you. I have to live with me. I can't be this glum, down the dumps me because I'm wearing myself thin. Like, I have to make sure I'm doing what I can do. With all that being said, do this for you. As the unapologetic she, it's taken me a long time to say no and keep my no. It's taken me a long time to understand like what this feels like. It's taken me a long time to feel out my body and know, all right, Shauna, there's something else you need to put in place. There's something else you need to do. There's something that's not clicking. You got to do something about that. So please, 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 please do this for yourself. Stand in it, stay planted unapologetically. Don't let anybody look at you crazy because you're trying to do something for you that's healthy for you. I keep saying that. Make sure it's not destructive. But with that said, please, please, please go read that blog. When you get a chance, if you want to talk about that, if you have any questions for me about it, let me know in the comments or shoot me a message at The Planter on Instagram or The Unapologetic She. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, homies.